How y'all doing? Hope you're doing well. Well, the golf is going well, but this LIV thing, um, apparently it's 54 by the way, LIV, L-I-V, Roman numerals. So it all kind of links into a whole sort of like, well, we know it's connected to Saudi Arabia, but the Performance 54 thing, that is a sports management company, again, funded by the public Saudi Arabian monetary fund, which basically is there to promote, shall we say, sports and other types of um, outlets for the exposure and benefit of sport within Saudi Arabia. Now, Greg Norman is having major problems because the revenue place where the money comes from is causing a lot of problems with venues and stuff pulling out. They're not wanting to host now because of the connection with the human rights issues. And there's rumours that a couple of golf courses might be following suit. So is this whole thing going to be a almost non-starter before it starts? Also, the PGA Tours we know came out with basically if you play your band, um, really hard stance. So I don't know exactly how that'll pan out. On the back of that, the players that showed a bit of an interest, surprisingly, Westwood and Oosthuizen being the main two, UPS have dropped them. That's the big sponsor for them, and they've been dropped. They haven't publicly said if it's definitively to do with the whole 54 league and Saudi league and the whole controversy with the whole ethics and sports washing, human rights issues with public executions, and if you're gay and stoning to death 4 different ways. Amnesty International heading up the atrocities, basically. Things that should not be happening, but no one's allowed to really speak about them. Obviously, there's been horrific things happening, and now I think more than ever, where the money's coming from is now the biggest question mark over it, because, well, maybe the players aren't questioning where the money's coming from, but now you've got the public questioning it, you've got venues questioning it, and you feel that's going in a direction that favours the righteous, really, doesn't it? Maybe righteous isn't the right word, but on the human rights side more than the money side. But the whole Performance 54 thing, we've covered this, and a lot of you don't really know, but the likes of Peter Finch, Rick Shields, James Robinson, that lady, yoga golfer, all these YouTubers, they all signed contracts with them for like 30%, 40%, some even as high as 50%. That's the revenue they're giving away, a percentage of. So every month, like Rick Shields for the last 4 months, if he's made £5,000 a month, £4,000 a month, £3,500 a month, £4,000 a month, £5,000 a month. I think one month he made £7,000 in 1 month just on ad revenue for YouTube. Now, he's got the followers because, well, he's got 1.9 or 1.89 million. And of course, if you were a sports management company and you were getting 30% on ad revenue, on views and clicks, I think you would have a vested interest in getting channels like that, huge amounts of views, and therefore 30% of that over the year equates to a lot of money back on your investment, as well as the other channels that are all getting exponential growth through magical subscribers. It seems to be like, and they're pounding it out a video a day. Maybe Rick Shields isn't doing that, but the likes of James Robinson and there's many other channels pounding out a video a day. And it's purely because they are coining it in, not because it's for the love of golf or the love of the YouTube or they are coining it in. And if they keep the revenue stream flowing and views flowing continually, well, you get figures like that from Rick Shields, £5,000 a month. A month on ad revenue. Okay, you've got to pay tax on that. And in Rick's case, give 30% of that to Performance 54. Other YouTubers have signed up to this. You can check it on the, it's public knowledge. It's in the company. If you type in the tax revenue, you'll get company house. You can look it all up. They're all linked to these Saudi-backed companies, and you're clicking, watching. They're not informing you that they're tied to them. They don't mention it, strangely. And Rick hardly mentions anything about the Saudi League. In fact, very rarely counters anything that might be controversial. Wonder why that would be. And I mean, maybe at the time, give these guys the benefit of the doubt, all of them. They weren't quite sure, or they thought it was really fine and legit. And it is legit and fine, but when you actually check where the money's coming from and the human rights issues, you've got to ask the question, is that something that you want to be signed up to? I mean, it's not just them. Titleist, they're signed up. Nick Faldo's companies, don't know if it's signed up or if it's linked. Lee Westwood's linked. The list is endless, but it's got to get better, isn't it? And I think it will. And you guys who watch the videos, really you're watching it for entertainment, and maybe you don't sit down and think about like things like that, because it's not nice to think about it. But it's going on, whether you want to talk about it or believe it. Formula One, boxing, football, Newcastle United, what a great team, taken over by a Saudi-backed team ownership. And the golf, Greg Norman totally tarnished his reputation, and on the back of that, it's sports washing on a huge scale. Look here, don't look here. We've said it, counts for nothing. But Jack Nicklaus is even getting kind of caught up in this, because one of Jack Nicklaus's parent companies is trying to sue Jack Nicklaus just now for not living up or delivering quick enough on his work commitments. Not go in too much to that, but they advised him, do not touch the Saudi Super League, because he was approached apparently, and he was thinking about it, but he turned it down after their advice. They go on to list a whole host of other things that they asked him to deliver on, and apparently he's been taking his time. As someone said, caterpillar pace or something. But this is the great Jack Nicklaus we're talking about. But then again, you sign up for business and things happen. People fall out. In America, it's very common for people to go to court, try and sue, or take damages or breach a contract, etc. Comment below, where do you think this golf Super League's going to go? So far, I reckon hardly any of the main players will show. And if they do, they've pretty much knackered their golf careers, because Ryder Cup's out, PGA Tour's out, European Tour's out. Probably get a game on the Asian Tour. Getting ranking points, know that that'll bother them. They're probably just doing it for the money. What do you think? I mean, they've all got enough money, right? Most of them, obscene amounts of money. But you know, these guys are like saying, you know, oh, I'll take the 25 million, things like that. I mean, it's. I mean, we could all do that, eh? But you know, we'd probably need to get a win on the lottery, the Euro Millions. That's what we'd need to get. Comment below. What do you think? Is it like something that we should all stand up and say, no, we're not going to stand for it. We're not going to watch it. We're not going to support it, and send the players the message that they should look at where the money's coming from. PGA Tour, European Tour, they've got the right to decide if you're a member to play on that tour. So you can take a stance either way on this, but they are taking a hard stance. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Quick little catch up and maybe stuff you haven't thought about, but it's stuff that it's out there. And thanks for watching.